Chicago Bears. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa, and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. They'll run here with Pierce. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
His larger been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Again, it's Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And the slot man goes in motion left. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to season.
And as in any game, Takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 27, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Bears at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot. He picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice plans of the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
It's the loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Fields able to hit his target, Claypool. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
He was brought down by Garrett Stingley. A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Oh, eluding the tackle.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Good job by Michael Ochoa.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Shot, 17.
Now Franks. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to leave.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. There he goes left side. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, here's Franks. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A first down throw. Here's Franks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tanner Muse with it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Franks looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Franks now. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what they needed. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Second and 10. Fields again. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and now third down and 6 to go.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made them pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
On play action, Fields. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's returnable now for Smith. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. It's out, it's loose. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Franks now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that. And a crazy situation we just saw there. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Franks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Try to run it in with Montgomery. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now a second down throw. Here's Franks. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Franks now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second down, Franks. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Franks. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up with a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Franks. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Claypool with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Fields trying to throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Handoff left side, Pierce. We'll get this up to about the 44.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Franks now from the shotgun. Caught left side by Mechie. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Working out of the gun, Franks. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. By 2nd down throw coming for Franks. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. First and 10, it's Pierce. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
To throw on 2nd down, Franks. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 58 yards. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. This ball caught by Mechie. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik Collins coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
But he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
52 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively.
And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, to say if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Montgomery. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown.